34, and the man accused of kidnapping and starving his 4-year-old daughter is going to be back in court this morning. Rodney McWeay is on trial for the death of his daughter and alleged abuse of his other children.
Atlanta News First Blake Devine is live at the Fulton County Courthouse. Blake, a key witness is set to take the stand today.
Gervier and Brooks, Treasure McWeay's mother, is expected to testify before a jury as the second day of this murder trial gets going. And this was after a day of opening statements on Tuesday where we saw a long back and forth between the prosecution and the defense. Now, Robert McWeay is accused of starving his 4-year-old daughter to death and also kidnapping her 2 other brothers. And this happened weeks before Christmas back in 2023, and only 6 months after the state had removed her and her 2 brothers from their father's duplex in southwest Atlanta. Although McWeay is accused of kidnapping the children from their mother, then inflicting unthinkable abuse, holding them in conditions that arrest affidavits revealed as a house of horrors. The 3 children were allegedly locked in separate rooms without access to food, water, or bathrooms. The 32-year-old faces a laundry list of charges, including murder, kidnapping, and cruelty to children. McWeay is facing 4 life sentences, an additional 112 years behind bars if convicted. This trial is expected to last 2 weeks. Reporting live from the Fulton County Courthouse, Blake Devine, Atlanta News First.